Welcome to this course, Wastewater Treatment and Recycling. I am Sethulekshmi, a PhD student from IIT Bombay. The session starts at 7 p.m. Let us wait a few more minutes so that others can also join. Hello all. Welcome to the course Wastewater Treatment and Recycling. As you all know, today we have the interaction session, which means that a few problems will be solved in this class, which will be useful for solving your assignment as well as your exam for the course. And also these are I will be discussing the multiple choice questions, which will be useful for other exams like GATE, ESC and all. So this interaction session can be taken as helpful for preparation for both Nptel exams as well as other competitive exams. So the session is supposed to start at 7 p.m. but a few candidates are still joining. So let us wait for a couple of minutes more. Meanwhile, to know the to have a more comprehensive interaction with you all, I request you all to comment your designation in the comment box. Let me share my screen. Okay, we have candidates from different institutions with various interesting designation. We have research students, we have corporate people, and much more. It's very interesting to see all of your participation here. As a few candidates are still joining, let us wait a couple of minutes more. Okay, let me introduce myself first. I am Sethulekshmi, a third year PhD student from IIT Bombay. I am a Prime Minister's Research Fellow. So I am pursuing my PhD in Environmental Science and Engineering Department, IIT Bombay. As a part of my Prime Minister's Research Fellow TAship, I am here to take interaction session with you all regarding the course Wastewater Treatment and Recycling. Here in this course, I will be discussing few questions from previous year assignments as well as exams, and this session will be helping you to have an idea of how to approach the questions and how to come up with the probable solutions, and this will be useful for solving your assignment for the course as well as for your exam of this Nptel course. And also, since these are MCQ questions like based on the topics covered in this course, this will be also useful for other competitive exams. So let us start the session. Let me share the screen. Yes, anyone wants to say something? Okay, I hope that was a mistake. I will share the screen now. Okay, let us start the session. I hope the presentation is visible to you all.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. let us start the session. Warm good evening to you all. Today we are here to discuss about the course Wastewater Treatment and Recycling Week 1 session, which you all have studied or which you would have listened to the Nptel lecture, which is uploaded in the page of Nptel course. Let us all begin with what. Let us all have a brief introduction on what we have learned in week 1 for this course. So, in the week 1 session, you have studied about water and wastewater. Like, what is wastewater? What is water? Like, you would have came across a term called wastewater as a burden or a resource. So, I hope all of you know the answer now. Well, because you would have listened to the session or you would have listened to the lecture which is uploaded. So, I would say that it is wastewater is acting as both burden as resource. It is a burden because it has impurities present in them. So it is a resource because even though it has impurities, about 99% of or even more of it is water, which can be reclaimed or reused. So in this course, the importance of this course lies in how this wastewater can act as a resource, or how this pure water, I would not say pure, but how we can recover this 99% fraction of water from this wastewater. So this course is all about how wastewater can be treated as a resource. And also in the first week lecture, you would have come across what are the various sources and types of wastewater. So various sources of wastewater include all day-to-day activities, our household activities, industrial activities, then agricultural purposes, etc. So types of wastewater, mainly in this week 1 class, you would have learned 3 types: industrial, then municipal, and agricultural. So there are many subdivisions in these 3. So mainly we are talking about these 3 types of wastewater, and then you would have learned about what are the point and non-point sources of pollution, and also you would have learned about what is the requirement of wastewater management, or what is the importance of wastewater management. And also you would have seen what are the issues and challenges we are facing now as a country, as a developing nation, and also what are the worldwide challenges we are facing regarding the wastewater treatment and reuse. So all of these topics was covered in the first week lectures of NBTL. So today we will discuss a few questions regarding these topics, and we would be also solving the answers of these questions. So I'm going to the first question. So first of all, let me tell you, in this week 1 lectures we don't have any numericals. So we would be discussing all the theoretical questions and answers. From week 2 onwards, there would be numerical question solving also in this lecture. So let's go to first question. Yeah. So first question is, which of the following statements are correct? First, we have the options. First is wastewater is always a burden. So I hope that now you know the answer. Wastewater is not a burden. It can be transformed or treated as a resource. So this statement is wrong. And the second statement is, reuse of treated wastewater for beneficial purpose is called as recycling.
True,
Yes.
true, true.
Yes, it is a true statement. Right. Very good. Sorry for the technical glitch. Yes, it's a true statement. And the third statement is agricultural runoff is not considered as a wastewater, which is a wrong statement because agricultural runoff is considered as an important source of pollution as it contains lots of nutrients and other pesticides and chemicals in it. So this statement is also wrong. The fourth statement is industrial wastewater require minimum treatment for disposal or reuse, which is also a wrong statement because industrial wastewater is considered as one of the most polluted wastewater as it contains pollutants in its crude form. That means that the concentration of pollutants in industrial wastewater often could be very high when it is not treated. That's the reason why industries are following various wastewater treatment technologies or methods in order to acquire license and all. So that is also a wrong statement. So our correct answer is option B. The reuse of treated wastewater for beneficial purpose is called as recycling. So there are two terms associated with this recycling. First is like you have your water, you are using it. So after use, you can use this water without treatment for some purposes like agricultural purposes. In some of the developing countries, it is used for agricultural purposes like without any treatment. So this term can be called as reusing. In a few countries where they face acute shortage of water, we have developed technologies to treat this water in a form that it is so pure that it can be again recycled for its use as water. So that is known as recycling. So these are the two important terms here. I hope so this question and solution is clear to all. So let us move to the next question now. So second question is, examples of non-point sources of pollution are A. Dairy farming waste, B. Septic tank waste, C. Sediment runoff, D. Fertilizer industry waste. So any answer, any lead, anyone?
C. C.
C. Yeah, that's a correct answer. Very good. Because like I would say the reason, we have two types of pollution, point source as well as non-point source. Point source of solution means that you have a river or a water body where you have some industries, some STPs, etc., from where you know how much could be the wastewater which is getting generated and how much is the pollution level and how much is it getting released. So these type of sources, these are some examples. So these type of sources are called as point sources. So dairy farming waste is one such source, septic tank waste is another source, fertilizer industry waste is another such type of point source. Non-point source is such type of waste like that, like if you have an agricultural land or field and if you have some area or a catchment from where you have the runoff from this type of areas or agricultural lands or catchment area, you would not know how much like wastewater is getting generated, at what time it is getting generated, what level it is getting generated. So these type of sediment runoff is another such example. So these type of pollution or source is called as non-point source of pollution. So I hope the answer is clear to all of you. So let us move on to next question. So third question is, wastewater from laundry and showers is termed as A.
Grey water.
Yeah, that's true. Correct. Grey water. So the options are brown water, grey water, black water, none of the above. So you have mainly the wastewater generated from household can be classified into two types: grey water and black water. So grey water is the wastewater which is getting, like, this is based on the level of pollution it has, like the wastewater has. So grey water, based on the color, the pollution level is identified. So the word black and grey is given to represent the level of pollution or level of organic matter, or the pollution contained in the water. So the grey water is the wastewater which is getting generated from laundry and showers, then our kitchen area, and so on. And then the black water is that water which has urea waste and also the feces waste. So this is how the distinction is made. So let us move on to the next question. The fourth question is, which of the following statement is true regarding different types of wastewater? A. Industrial wastewater is heavily polluted compared to domestic sewage. B. Agricultural wastewater is loaded with nutrients. C. Black water does not compose of feces. D. Stormwater runoff is high in organic load.
A.
So let us move on to the solution. The correct answer is A. A is industrial wastewater is heavily polluted compared to domestic sewage. This is the right answer for the solution, for the question. So industrial wastewater is considered to be the most polluted wastewater, as the concentration of impurities could be very high and toxic in nature. So let us move on to the next
ఉచిత
question.
బియ్యం తెచ్చుకున్నావు నువ్వు
Yes.
ఉచిత బియ్యం
Ma'am. Ma'am.
రేపు మధ్యాహ్నం నుంచి
Yes. Yes.
Ma'am, where is answer give to you in message box or verbally?
Anything is fine. You can tell verbally also.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Fine. Thank you. Please
This
continue.
is just a practice session. So
Ma'am,
yes.
ma'am, why not B is correct?
Yes,
Because
yes,
agricultural waste should.
very good. I was also expecting this question. In fact, B is also a correct solution for this, because agricultural wastewater sometimes is like most of the cases can be loaded with nutrients. So this could be also considered. So so I think this is a typo error, or this can be considered like that also. So we can consider both A and B are the answers. Agricultural wastewater is loaded with nutrients. That is also a true statement. True. Thank you for pointing it out. And we have the next question. Select the odd one from the following. So first is A. Domestic wastewater, B. Municipal wastewater, C.
Ma'am, C.
Yes, stormwater, and D. Sewage. C is the correct answer. We all know that this domestic wastewater, which is generated from the households, municipal wastewater and sewage, all these three are considered to be the same, or are synonyms, because they are all basically of similar origin. They are having the household, residential or municipal origin. However, stormwater is a result of runoff due to rain and contain less pollutant load compared to sewage. So the correct answer is stormwater. Let us move on to the next question. So we have select the correct order in terms of degree of pollution. So we have as option A, light grey water, less than heavy grey water, less than black water. Light grey water greater than heavy grey water greater than black water. Then light grey water less than heavy grey water greater than black water. Light grey water greater than heavy grey water greater than black grey water. So which could be the correct answer? Any guess, anyone?
A.
Yes,
A.
true. A is the correct answer. Let us have a look at the detailed solution. Light grey water. This grey water is often divided into two types. I have told you before that there are two types of wastewater from households, grey water and black water. In fact, grey water is divided into two types, light grey water and heavy grey water. Light grey water is resulted from shower and bathroom tap from these two sources, shower and bathroom. Whereas heavy grey water is considered as having much more degree level of pollution, and it is having the origin from dishwasher, that is from kitchen, and also washing machine. So these are the two types of grey water. So light grey water less than heavy grey water, and black water is the most polluted type of wastewater, which is containing urea and feces waste. So A is the correct option. I hope this is clear for all. And then if there is no question, then let's move on to the next slide. So next is also about point and non-point sources of pollution. So first is identify the non-point source of pollution. First is sewage treatment plants. Second, acid mine drainage. Third, oil refineries. And D option is ships
Option
and
D.
animal feeding operations. Yes. Yes, what's the answer?
D.
D, yes. Any other
A, ma'am.
sorry, which one? I could not hear.
Ships and animal feeding operations.
No. We are talking about non-point sources of pollution.
A, ma'am. A, ma'am.
No. The sewage treatment plant is always a point source of pollution, because we know how much waste is getting into the system and how much waste is getting generated out of sewage treatment plants, like how much wastewater is coming out
D.
and what is the degree of pollution. So
Hi.
definitely not A.
A.
Yes,
D.
B is the correct option. B, acid mine drainage. I'll explain. Non-point source of pollution is an indeterminate source of pollution from which pollutants cannot be measured. So let us have a look at sewage treatment plant, STP. From here we know how much wastewater or how much pollution is there in that wastewater. So definitely A is a point source. So, we will come back to B option later. Next is oil refinery. Oil refinery is also industrial, or let's say a commercial setup, from where we know how much waste is getting generated and what is the degree of pollution in it. So this is also, like, it is not indeterminate, it is a determinate source, so it is a point source. Then let's come to ship and animal feeding operations. In fact, these two are entirely different things which is clubbed together in an option. Let's have a look at ship. Here also we know like how much waste could be generated from each ship or from a cluster of ships, like that. So it is a point source. Animal feeding operations means it's like a type of animal feeding industry, or like we say aquaculture something. So it is like from animal feeding operation, it is when it is done on a commercial scale, we know how much waste is generated. So this is also a point source. Whereas acid mine drainage, do you know what is acid mine drainage? So basically what it means is that in some parts of the world, or say some parts of the country, there are some states in which there are mining operations happening for there are several mines operating for different extraction of different metals and all. So from there would be some leaching of heavy metals or other toxic chemicals. Since it is leaching, we do not know what is the amount which is getting leached, and at what time scale it is getting leached, and it would be indeterminate. Sometimes it would be more, sometimes it would be less. We don't know from which place it will be leaching. So this is a non-point source. Like that, the option is option B, acid mine drainage. So I hope it is clear for you now. Let us move on to the next question. Our next question is, identify the statements below are true or false. First one is, contaminants always create harmful effects. Second statement is, pollutants are poisonous substances that creates pollution.
B.
So yeah, our options are both A and 1 and 2 are true. 1 is false and 2 is true. Both statements are false. 1 is true and 2 is false. So I hope I got the answer. Can you repeat?
B.
Yes,
1 in false and 2 is
true.
true.
Yes, this is the correct option. Because we have two terms. You would have came across this in the Nptel lecture or in the lecture notes. We have two terms, contaminants and pollutants. So basically contaminants are foreign substances, any foreign body which may not be hazardous or poisonous in nature. So such substances, when they are present in water, they are known as contaminants. They do not always create harmful effects. The only thing is that they are a foreign body, like they are not supposed to be a part of the water body or water system, but they are present in it, which is not causing any harmful effects. So that is termed as a contaminant. Whereas pollutants are like substances which are of foreign origin, which are of pollutants are also foreign bodies, but they cause harmful effects to, like, say human beings or other our other organisms, biota, to the environment, etc. Like it is causing hazardous effects or harmful effects to the environment. So they are known as pollutants and they are poisonous in nature. Therefore our option B is the correct. 1 is false and 2 is true. So let us move on to the next question. Next question is, proper wastewater management helps in the reduction of, first one, human health effects, second, environmental effect, third, economic effect, D, all of the above. So
D.
D.
All the above.
yes, correct. We have I'll explain this. We have, yes, anybody wants to say anything? Okay, let's come back. So we have proper let us learn about what are the ill effects of improper wastewater management. There are three types of effects which you would have learned. First is human health effect. Second is environmental effect. Third is economic effect. So about human health effect, we all know that water is one of the crucial thing or crucial element for human being survival. So if we are not getting access to pure water, it can lead to like various diseases like cholera, diarrhea, etc. And also like we can say that access to pure water, pure drinking water is once like it is a need, or it is the basic essential for surviving on earth. So if you are not having proper wastewater management, it can lead to the deterioration of human health, because it affects human beings. Like it can create like problems like diseases and like so in effect it affects the human health. So the second type of effect is environmental effect. Like let's say the disposal of improperly treated water can cause odor problems, then like odor problems, then it can affect other biota. Say suppose if you are disposing the untreated wastewater into the stream, then it can affect the entire ecosystem present in that stream, and therefore it can deteriorate the biodiversity of the area, and also it can affect all levels of organisms. So that way it affects the environment altogether. And the third effect is economic effect. So let's say that let's discuss what happens if we have proper wastewater treatment system. So we can have access to like more commercial activities through commercial water trade activities. Then we can have income from water based recreational activities. Then we will have more industrial setups coming up if we have access to clean water. So all these ways we can say that proper wastewater management is essential to remove any kind of human health effect, environmental effect, as well as economic effect. So this is all about this question. So let's move on to the next question. So the next question is, which of the following ways economic growth can be improved by proper wastewater management? So again the continuation of last question. First option is increased agricultural productivity. Option B, increased opportunity for water based recreational activity. Option C, lesser financial burden on healthcare. D, all of the above.
All the above B.
Yes, yes, true.
All the above.
Yes, correct. Because we have already discussed, we have proper wastewater treatment, wastewater management, then we will have increased agricultural productivity along with increased opportunity for water based recreational activity, then lesser financial burden on healthcare, because once the healthcare of a once the health situation or health status improves in a particular area or a region, then less it is like less financial burden coming up in that area for healthcare, and that way also economic growth can be achieved. So all of the above is the correct answer for this question. So then any question, anyone? Okay, then let's move on to the next question. Next is a match the following question. Left side you have match left side options with the right side uh, statements. So first is combined water and nutrient recycling, energy generation, ecosystem replenishments, and on the right side you have feeding wetlands, biogas or biomass production, agriculture and aquaculture. So you have your options here. Any suggestions, anyone?
Ma'am, B.
Option B.
Option B. Okay. Any other options? Yes. Let's
Option
see.
B, madam.
Let's see what is the answer. Option B is the correct answer. Very good. It says that combined water and nutrient recycling is matching with agriculture and aquaculture. This means that that for agricultural purposes and aquaculture, even for aquaculture purposes, the access to recycled and treated water could be used, and in that way we can improve the agriculture and aquaculture activities and also we can get like we can use wastewater in more efficient way for these two purposes. And the second, so 2 is matched against B, that is the energy generation is matched against biogas or biomass production. Here like you all know that the conventional wastewater treatment, um, like otherwise if you don't know you will learn it in the coming classes. For conventional wastewater treatment we will have primary as well as secondary settling tank. Secondary settling tank means that this term you will learn in the coming classes. So here you will have the a settling system where all the impurities, all the organic matter, you know what is organic matter, I hope. If not, organic matter means like any substance which is having the elemental composition carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen. So basically this is how the organic matter is explained, like how we can explain organic matter. So any organic matter like the substance which is present in the sewage, which is biological in nature, so along with the help of microbes, with the like these organic matter can be uh, can be concentrated and can be settled down in a secondary settling tank. All these you will learn in the coming classes. So this is termed as, what is getting settled down is termed as sludge. So this sludge is highly of organic in nature, and this can be used for generation of energy, which is like you can generate, you would have learned about, or you would have known about, you would know about creation of biogas from kitchen waste. So this is just the same. So from this sludge we can create energy, same like from kitchen waste we generate biogas. So biogas or biomass production is happening here, and that way energy generation is linked to biogas or biomass production. And the third is ecosystem replenishments. So this is matched against feeding wetlands. So wetlands is a place where a lot of interaction is happening between the land and water, and where you have like high level of biodiversity. You will have a lot of flora and fauna in this wetland systems. So there are natural wetlands available in like all over the country. In many states, many places we have natural wetlands available. It's an interaction space between land and water, where you can find a high level of biodiversity. uh, so uh, so but currently like you will also, like in the coming up lectures, you will learn about let me see. I think some students are trying to join. So let's have a go back. Yes, I guess we can continue. Sorry for the interruption. Yes. So coming to wetlands. So in the coming classes, you will learn about about constructed wetlands. So constructed wetlands is a term for artificial or man-built wetlands. You have this in nature, you have this natural wetlands. Similar to that, you can nowadays research is going on for constructed wetlands, where you artificially create wetland system for treating wastewater. So this ecosystem replenishment is one of the major thing in happening in a wetland, because you have a lot of variety of flora and fauna in wetlands, and that way if you are using this wetland system for treating wastewater, that way ecosystem replenishment can also happen. So that way this third option, ecosystem replenishment, is linking towards this feeding wetlands. So now let us move on to the next question, which would be the last question of the session. So the question is, select the correct statements regarding centralized and decentralized management systems. First is, transport of sewage takes more time in decentralized system compared to centralized system. Second is, capacity of individual decentralized systems are higher than the sewage treatment plant in centralized system. Third is, monitoring and handling of sewage is difficult in decentralized system. Fourth is, number of STPs are higher in decentralized management system. So any lead, anyone?
C.
C.
B.
Okay.
D.
Uh,
D.
which one? Can you?
C.
So let's. Any other guesses?
D.
D.
Okay, let's see what is the solution. The correct answer is D. So D is the correct answer. So let's have a look at centralized and decentralized management systems. So I hope you would have learned about it in the video, NBTL lecture video or lecture notes. So centralized system means, like, if you have a community with n number of, let's say, subscale or small subscale communities. So if you are collecting sewage from each subscale community and then taking into treatment in one STP, it is called centralized system. This is a simple way of explanation. You can read more about it in the lecture note, or you can learn about it in the lecture video. So now let's come to the decentralized system. You have many communities here, small communities, but you have decided to have, like, treat these two communities in one STP or one treatment system, and these three in one, and these three in one, the remaining two in another. So this is known as decentralized system. So in the decentralized system, the transport of sewage does not take more time compared to the centralized system. So the statement A is wrong. In statement A, it is said that it is taking more time. Here in decentralized system, it does not take time, because you have n number of STPs or treatment units, so the travel time is less compared to this centralized system. The second statement is capacity of individual decentralized system are higher than sewage treatment plant in centralized system, which is also a wrong statement, because here in the decentralized system, as you have many treatment units, the capacity of each unit would be less compared to one big unit in the centralized system. So this statement is also wrong. The third statement is monitoring and handling of sewage is difficult in the decentralized system. So that is also a wrong statement, because here as you are taking care of individual units and treating the wastewater generated from individual community, the monitoring and handling of sewage from each community is comparatively easier when compared to centralized system, because here you are talking about the system as a whole. You need to take care of the sewage which is generating from each of the small communities. So here in centralized system it is difficult compared to the decentralized system. So the third statement is also wrong. The fourth statement is number of STPs are higher in decentralized management systems, which is a correct statement, because here instead of one big treatment plant in centralized system, here you have n number of treatment units in the decentralized system. So that way the option D is the correct answer. So I hope it is clear for you now. If there is any question, you are free to ask. Okay, I hope there is no question. So let's move on to the this was the last question. So thank you for your patience for solving all these 12 questions. So these are just the representative questions. So now it is the question time. If you have any questions, you are free to ask. I'll just unshare the screen. Is there any questions? Anyone? Any questions?
Good evening, ma'am.
Yes.
All these online classes will be conducted through online mode only, ma'am.
Yes.
How
These
can we
are.
attend our classes, ma'am?
Sorry.
How can we attend our classes, ma'am? Through video clippings or through this live
Okay,
online
yeah,
class?
I'll tell you. Actually, these sessions. Now you are taking this interaction session for the course wastewater treatment and recycling. You have your class. Sorry for the delay. Yeah, you have your original class in the Nptel course page or web page, where you have access to your class in the form of lecture videos and lecture notes. You have to learn from there, and this session is meant only for problem solving and interaction or discussion session. If you have any doubt regarding the course or regarding the contents or like anything, you can ask here. I am the TA for this course, and you can ask, and here in this session we will discuss the question and solution. So this will be useful for solving the assignment of the course, as well as for the uh, final exam for this course. So this is the purpose of this interaction session.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. All the online classes will be handled through ma'am.
No, actually there are three TAs. So we three will be handling. So Based on your convenience, you can attend all the 3 interaction session or either one of the session. Both are fine.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Thank you for your
A
information.
different set of questions will be discussed by the 3 TAs. So,
Okay, ma'am.
yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for your question. Any other questions, anyone?
No queries, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Hello,
Yes.
madam, where I can get the study material?
Yeah, so the study material, you will have this lecture videos in the NBTL course page, and also you will have the lecture note for each week available in the course page. And are you asking about the slides which I presented today?
No, madam, I am asking about this videos. I have got it.
Yes.
Where I can get the materials, study
Okay,
materials for
that you
preparation.
will get in the NBTL course page, which you would have registered, right, for the course?
Yes, madam.
So after registering, when you log in, you will find each week's lecture video and lecture notes. From there you can access the lecture video and lecture notes.
Okay, madam. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Any other questions?
And
Yes.
is the exam will be of objective type or subjective type?
Uh, Actually, it depends upon the professor. We are just the representatives, so we cannot say, or we do not know how to say. So, yeah, mostly would be objective, as the assignment questions are of objective nature. So, uh, so for the next interaction session, I will confirm it and I'll tell you.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you.
Ma'am, I have one question.
Any other questions?
Hello?
Yes.
Ma'am, I have one question.
Uh, okay.
Ma'am, the questions are based on 1 mark only, ma'am, or another questions
Okay. Yeah, that
like
that is also actually that also depends upon the professor. So we are like we cannot tell that query. So it is depending upon the nature of the question. Some questions are like numerical in nature, which would need more weightage. So it would be based on the nature of question.
okay, ma'am, okay, thank you.
Yeah.
I have one more question. To
Yes.
get more knowledge, we should refer the books which is given in the syllabus or how it is.
Yeah, for getting more knowledge, there are some textbooks, standard textbooks, which are given in the syllabus, which includes environmental engineering by PV and Roy, which is a very good textbook. So although, and also wastewater treatment and engineering by Metcalf and Eddy. So these, I think these books are listed in the course syllabus, so you can have a look at these books to learn more about the course. So these are very good standard textbooks.
Thanks.
Ma'am, what is the last date for submitting week one assignment, ma'am?
Week 1 assignment, that I am not sure about now. So I think the date is given in the web page. So uh, I suggest you to please have a look on the web page, like on the page, NPTL course page, and then there from there you will get to know. Thank you. Any other questions? Anyone?
Ma'am.
Yes. Okay. If there is no other question, uh, let me share the last slide to you just quickly.
Ma'am, did we have
Ma'am, I have
attendance?
another one question.
Yes, yes. You are free to ask. Please ask.
Ma'am, did we have any attendance?
No, no attendance for this interaction session. it's up to you whether to attend or not, but I would say it is very useful. From next class onwards, we'll be also solving numerical questions. So if you attend, it would be helpful for you to solve the assignment questions, as well as it would be helpful for attending the exams. So there is no attendance in this sessions.
Ma'am, there is only soft copy only to study, ma'am. No hard copy to study about this
Uh,
course.
yeah, there is no hard copy, but soft copy, like Nptel slides, are uploaded as lecture notes in the course page, so you can have a look at that.
Okay.
And also those standard textbooks which are given in the syllabus, that also you can refer to for more information.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So that's all about. Any other questions, anyone?
No, ma'am.
Yeah. So
Thank you, ma'am.
yeah, thank you. So this was a very wonderful session today. So thank you all for your patience and your valuable time to have a discussion here. So I thank you all, and I hope to meet you all for the next session, which is on 9th August, which is next Tuesday, the same time, 7 to 8 p.m. And if you have any query or anything, you are always free to contact me in this mail ID. So
Thank
yeah, so
Thank you.
let's
Okay,
Okay,
conclude.
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Ma'am, last question, ma'am.
Yes.
Whether all the classes will be conducted only on Tuesday, ma'am?
No, no. Other two interaction sessions are there, which is on one is on Saturday and one is on Sunday. So these are two sessions taken by other two TAs. So there are three TAs for the course. I am one among them. So my class will be on Tuesdays, the same time. Their classes are on Saturdays and Sundays. The timing I am not sure, which you will get to know from the announcement session in the course page.
Oh, okay, ma'am. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you. So
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Hope to see you all for the next session.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Okay, I am closing the session for everyone now. Thank you.
Okay, ma'am.